Happy Sunday, y'all. I'm so excited for this topic because it's another thing that I really feel passionate about. I think that everyone should be happy and I think everyone should find success. So, what is success to you? Is it being wealthy? Is it having more money? Is it having more time for your family? Is it your health? Being healthier? Being more fit? What is success to you? Because to me, success is finding joy in my journey. Success is being healthier, being fit. Success is learning to find joy in the little things that happen every single day, even the hard things. That is success to me. And so these are the top 10 things. I did a lot of research. I've asked around myself, a few successful people that I know, and I have found that these are the top 10 things that everyone is saying, even people on YouTube, the successful people themselves, actors and actresses, Nobel Peace Prize winners. Everyone is saying that at least these top 10 are what they do and characteristics that they have, or not directly, but they indirectly will say it. And when I've watched a few videos about it, about how other people have heard the same things, just in different words. So, number 10, I'm going to work backwards because what's better than a countdown? Everyone loves a countdown. So, number 10, do what you love. There's no point in being miserable. If you're going to be at a job that you're miserable at, let it be something that you're just using to get you to where you need to be successful. Because did you know that over 70% of Americans hate their jobs? What is the point of going to work every day? And I mean, think about it. Are you really going to try harder? Are you really going to push yourself? Are you really going to do more? Are you really going to try for more if you hate your job? If you don't like your job, are you really going to try to improve anything around you? No. You're going to do the bare minimum. You're going to get in and get out, right? And so love your job, because that's going to help you to push yourself to do more, to be more, and to overcome anything that comes in your way. Which leads me to number 9. Find a way no matter what. Successful people will always find a way. There are no excuses. They do whatever it takes every single time. They will learn from their mistakes and they will move on. And they will keep going. They will overcome and they will find a way to persevere. Number 8, keep going. They will learn from their setbacks, like I said, and they will find a way to overcome, no matter what. So, successful people work through their problems and they don't complain. They don't sit there and make an anthill? A molehill out of an anthill? You know what I'm talking about, right? A mountain out of a molehill. That's what it is. They don't do that. They will find a way to overcome. They think it through and they make a solution. They find a solution. They overcome. And I love that. That's a characteristic I want to definitely do more of. Take risks. They have, how do I want to say this? So they are more afraid of regret than they are of fear itself. So if you don't take risks, you're not going to have any improvement. If you don't put anything in, you're not going to get anything out. So successful people are more afraid of regretting not doing something than the fear of doing it in the first place. We need to get to a point in our life where we are more afraid of that regret of not doing it and not being successful because of the fact that we were too afraid to do it in the first place. So we can overcome that fear and do better and be better. And I really love that. In fact, I'm going to do a live about it on my Facebook page today. And so go look me up, Katie Kazik, also on my Instagram, Healthy Happy Mama of 5 Life. And I highly recommend checking it out because it is so good. I have a lot of things that I learned on my run today that I plan on doing that live, and that goes along with this, taking risks, no regret over fear, or greater regret over fear, because if you don't even try, what's the point, right? And it's okay to be afraid of things, but it's not okay to let that fear hold you back from doing anything. Because whenever you let it hold you back, you're just going to stay in the same place, right? Isn't it Einstein that says that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? So if we don't take the risk and we keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, we're basically insane, right? And so I highly recommend being more afraid of the regret than the fear of failure. Number 6, they have amazing time management skills. They know how to prioritize. They wake up early in the morning and they set their day up for success. They prioritize what's most important. They make a list. They prioritize. They order themselves. They get themselves in order, and they find a way to make whatever is supposed to happen that day. And they plan in advance. You can't be successful if you're just going off the whim of everything, because once you do that, then you're just going to essentially be at the whim of everybody else. And so plan. Make sure you are setting, plan the future, because if you don't know what you need in the future, if you don't know what you need to do later, you don't know what to do now, because now will set yourself up for success in the future. Read. Successful people read. They enjoy having time alone, especially right now when everybody is so plugged into electronics and everything. Right now is the time to just kind of take a step back and read. Read anything you can get your hands on that are self-improvement. Listen to audibles while you're in the shower. I love to listen to something while I'm in the shower, while I'm running, while I'm doing the dishes, or cooking dinner, because my children do the dishes right now. We do chores in my house. And so listen to something. Find time to have self-development, because number 4, I skipped a number there, sorry, with 5. 5 is read. 4 is be obsessed with self-development, because when you develop yourself, you can find ways to overcome our human nature. It's human nature to be lazy. It's human nature to procrastinate. It's human nature to not want to do these things. But successful people love that self-development and they love that drive, right? And so these characteristics that I'm talking about here are things that can help you to be better. So don't just be like, oh, I don't have that, I can't do that. Because this right here, this is one of those that I feel, especially self-development and reading, I feel like these two things are keystones in helping grow into a successful person. Because with self-development, you can overcome your negative mindset. With self-development and with reading, you can overcome any objection that's sent to you. If you do something, as an entrepreneur in general, or as a person in general, you can overcome any objection if you have a positive mindset. You can find a way to overcome on those hard days, because everyone has hard days, everyone has negative days, everyone has bad days, and on those days, those are the days to push through. Those are the days that self-development and that reading that you've been doing so much of is going to pay off. And those are the days where you're going to be grateful you did it in the first place and you didn't procrastinate it, because those are the days that I know I am so grateful. I have found so much more value out of my year. It's only, April? And I've already read 5 books this year. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why haven't I done this before? Why haven't I read more? Why haven't I tried to improve myself more? Now, don't get me wrong, I've always done self-development, but I've never done it as consistently and as much, like as in depth. I have never taken notes, or I have never written down my thoughts and impressions while I'm listening to a podcast about self-development. I've always just been like, wow, this is so cool. This is full of such great information. I'm going to remember it, don't worry. And I don't remember a single thing. And so I'm so grateful that this year I've been able to do that and to start that, and also to start a gratitude journal, because I have noticed that as I've been more grateful for things, that I've been able to find my excuses for not doing things have gone down. So gratitude is really important in that, and I feel like that's a part of self-development, because when you're grateful for things, you've developed into the kind of person that can reach out into the universe and pull and attract what they need and want to them. So think about that for a little bit. Number 2 is take responsibility. Successful people will never put the blame on somebody else for their successes or their failures. They will not play a victim no matter what. And so that's something that really resonates with me, because how often, once again, is it kind of a natural man thing to just be like, oh, well, so-and-so did it. Or, oh, if only they had done what I said. It's so easy. It's so easy to fall into that trap. So don't do it. Take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your choices. Take responsibility for your failures, your successes. Take responsibility. Don't play the victim, because when you play the victim, are you being grateful? Are you being grateful for that opportunity to learn a lesson? Because every setback, every failure, every success has a lesson. And it's important to learn those lessons along the way, because if you don't learn those lessons, when you get to where you're going, are you going to be ready to be that person? Are you going to be ready to step into that role and to push others to do the same? Think about that too. And the number one thing successful people do is set goals. They set long-term goals, yearly goals, they set quarterly goals, they set monthly goals, they set weekly goals, all the goals in the world, my friends. They will set goals for everything. Set a goal, speak it into existence, make it happen. Because when you set those goals, you visually see what you need to do each and every week, each and every day. How can you break this down even more to make it so it's easier for you to attain it? Because if you have a goal, let's say like English Gardner, I believe is her name. She's an Olympian track, 100-meter dash, I believe, is what she did. And she, at the age of 14, her English teacher told her to write a paper about her short-term and long-term goals. You know what she did? She wrote the symbol for the Olympics on her short-term goals. And she just simply told her teacher, I have no other thing, I'm not thinking about anything else. This is all that matters. I'm going to the Olympics, and I'm going to make it happen, and this is all I'm focusing on. Be like English. Focus on a goal so much. You speak it into existence. You visualize it. You feel it. You breathe it. You have it there in your mind. If you've never seen it before, I highly suggest going on to Netflix and watching The Secret. If it's still there. I don't even know if it's still there. But if it's there, you should watch it. If not, read the book. It's really good. It explains how to visualize and how to bring things into existence from the universe. Because the universe wants to bless us. It's our job to reach out and grab it, to speak it there, to visualize it, to set those goals and do what we need to do, to not take any, or to not make any excuses, to not push off any blame, to take responsibility for our actions, to learn self-discipline, to have self-development, and to read. These are all things that set us up for that success that we all want so desperately. No one wants to be a failure. No one wants to give up. No one wants to avoid any successes that they have, right? So why are we all not doing what we need to do? Becoming who we need to be. If we become better, if we do better, then no matter what, we're going to attract what matters most to us. So my challenge for y'all this week is to choose one characteristic and try to implement it into your life a little bit better. Take more responsibility. Read more. That's a simple one. That's super, super simple. Be more self-disciplined. Set goals. Take responsibility. Be obsessed with self-development. Good time management. Have amazing time management. I'm not so good at this, so that's probably the one I'm going to choose. Take risks. Keep going. Find a way to make it, or to win. And do what you love. If all else fails, at least do number 10. Just do what you love. No matter what. Bring happiness, attract joy, attract anything, gratitude that you can find in your life that's positive. And I hope to see you next week. Drop a comment below, tell me how it's been and what you would like to hear about. I'd love, love, love to hear about it and to try to share more value with you. Have fun.